Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, the liberal loudmouth. And as always, I'm here with
the real Ron. Tim, man, we got some stuff coming at y'all today.
Woo!
And I
Woo!
have to say this. I know we've been on here quite a lot here lately. My voice may crack or whatever, but we got some good shit been going on, Tim.
If Ron's voice cracks, it's because he's emotional. Tell the truth, Ron. Tell the truth.
I do get emotional. I'm an emotional creature.
Yeah,
There's our boy. There's our boy coming in the comments already.
Yeah. What's up, Lane? My good man. What's up, dude? So this is a little bit of a different episode because this just came out. And he's talking shit, Ron.
Ron is just a baby. No, that's just what I call your mom.
Burn.
Ooh, shots fired. Hey, Tim, on your right there, your green screen, man.
What's that?
On your right.
Oh, did it? Oh, my dog did that.
Tell him to stop messing up your shit, dude.
Yeah, he finds that's his comfy space. Anyway, so today's episode.
Dogs,
yeah, what's up?
Speaking of dogs, what are we going to start the show off here?
Man, we're going to start the show off with a video that came out of Broken Arrow about an officer who was leaving for work, and then this happened.
Your kids will not be out here at 7. Just leave them alone. Yeah, Mr. Golden.
Oh my God.
No.
That makes
Officer
me so
Golden.
angry when I see that.
And that's not the only thing that happened. Apparently he tased the dog and hit the dog, like the dog was bleeding from the head.
And we had people coming out, even on my post and your post, people were coming out defending this officer. And I want to preface this with, I love Leos more than anybody. I love my law enforcement, but there's people like this one, and there's people like the dude that came and almost maced me with a shield and guns drawn and shit, pulling me out of my house. This is why. Go ahead.
It's very irritating, and despite what you see there, a lot of people just chalked it up. Well, the dog's out and this and that, and whatever. But anyway, so that was on the 28th, I think, right? August 28th. Does that sound about right? I was like,
it does. Yeah.
Over 2 weeks ago. And the reason we went live is because the Broken Arrow Police Department put this video out. Let me go ahead and put this on the screen. Sorry, I had it previously set up, but then we had to switch some things. So here we go.
Hello, I'm Police Chief Brandon Berryhill. As law enforcement professionals, our officers are sworn to preserve and protect life while upholding the standards and values of the Broken Arrow Police Department. As we have previously stated, we are aware of a video involving one of our officers that has circulated on social media. I view these actions of the officer depicted in the video as serious, and I have impressed upon my staff the importance and expectation of a thorough and transparent investigation. Our Office of Professional Standards has been conducting an internal investigation on the matter since August 28th, the day of the encounter between the officer and the dog outside the city limits. During this process, the officer was placed on administrative leave in accordance with department policy. Furthermore, Widener County Sheriff's Office has been leading a criminal investigation, and Broken Arrow Police has fully cooperated. Ooh. The conclusion of the criminal investigation has resulted in the case being presented to the Widener County District Attorney's Office for review.
Boom.
The Office of Professional Standards is considering these findings as they continue their internal investigation. Ultimately, the findings of the internal investigation will be submitted to my office and the city manager for review. We appreciate your patience and understanding to allow the appropriate amount of time that is necessary to investigate this unique and concerning incident. We are committed to providing every citizen with respect and will always hold our own accountable for their actions in and out of uniform. We value the support and trust of our community, and we promise to continue to uphold our core values of professionalism, integrity, courage, compassion, and accountability. In closing, the Broken Arrow Police Department and myself share your concern and sympathy towards the members of our community that have been impacted by this incident. Thank you.
Boom. Now, there's still a hurdle here, wouldn't you say?
Well, yeah. Who's doing the investigation?
Yeah, and the district attorney in Wagner County, are they going to be willing to, to deal with that? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, because those positions are an elected position.
And they work with police constantly. So there is a relationship there where, you know, they rely on one another. The DAs rely on the police to make sure that they get evidence enough that the DA can prosecute. And the cops rely on the DAs to do their job so that they can put the criminals away that they bring to them.
I will say this, Tim, watching that, that was absolutely criminal what I saw.
Yeah. I mean, if everyday
Hey, I'm on
person,
live podcast.
if an everyday person had done something like that and was on video for it, you better believe there'd be no question about people bringing charges against that individual.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
out there in the middle of it pisses me off.
And I also want to say, you know, Debra Wimpee had come out. She's the mayor of Broken Arrow, for those who don't know. She had come out immediately and started, I guess the word is protecting the officer and trying to convince other people that they didn't just see what they just saw. Like, oh, he wasn't chasing the dog around, was one of the comments I believe that she had made. And she did this a lot, actually, and was
like on Facebook and stuff. I think I've seen this, right?
Yeah. And then according to other people, she had deleted the messages. I never saw the originals, but I saw pictures or screenshots that they took of her making these really hateful comments about people who were coming out against, you know, the police or whatever. So, you know, maybe she should have just waited until the investigation was complete. But
here's my thing, Tim, is people are so browbeaten into and brainwashed into conformity to where this is why I think we kind of have a clique with the common folk, if that's okay to say, where it's okay to say what you saw, right?
Right.
I don't give a shit if you have an L or an R next to your name, or if you're a Baptist or an atheist. It's okay to say that cop was abusive to that animal because I saw it with my eyes.
Yeah. And I heard people come out there, well, there's another side to this story. And I'm like, is there though? Can you have another side to a story of an animal that can't defend himself necessarily and isn't trying to, and getting sprayed in the face because he's annoyed?
Have you ever been pepper sprayed?
No, thankfully.
I have. I know that's going to come as a shock, but I wasn't stalking anybody. I was just, anyway, we were messing around with my mom's pepper spray, but it burns the skin. So I can't imagine a dog with an open wound on its head after it's been hit with a baton, tased, and then getting pepper sprayed. That's animal abuse. I really think it is. And I hate this for this officer. I think he lost his shit and was pissed off because he told him numerous times, keep the dog up. And he just lost his shit. We all do. Sometimes we get an ankle monitor. Sometimes we mace dogs. It's just stuff that we do as humans.
Right. And there is, so the other side of the story was apparently that he knew who the dog belonged to. He knew whose dog it was. And I guess this dog had gotten out previously and, you know, that he had to deal with this annoyance that is this animal. But
he knew the dog, though.
Right. I mean, he knew whose dog it was. So him doing that is even like worse. I don't know. It's crazy that you know, if you think you're above the law, I mean, you end up doing things like that. And that's why it's important to hold everybody accountable so that cops don't think they can just get away with it. Same with legislators.
And if Debra Wimpee, who I would call a friend, if you have another video or some type of substantial reason that you are not calling out this officer for the obvious animal abuse, please let me know and I will correct whatever I need to. Why is the mayor protecting that?
Yeah. So the response that she had given basically was, I back the blue. And that's what she said. I back the blue.
She did say that?
Yeah. She said that in one of the screenshots that I've seen.
In regards to this video of him macing that dog?
Right. When it first came out and people were, and I've got the screenshot somewhere. Let me go ahead and talk and I'll see if I can find that.
Yeah. Cause I don't, I back the blue too, but I don't back child abusers. That are law enforcement officers. I don't back law enforcement officers that rape women and get caught and sent to prison. Backing the blue has nothing to do with what when I saw this video, I was like, no, that dude needs to lose his job.
Yeah.
At the very least, I will say.
Let me see. So I found the picture, but the screenshots are kind of
Fuzzy.
yeah, it's kind of hard to read. I could just post them for people to see it again.
Yeah, I will say this about BA people. They came out and most of them were like, yeah, this. And then the law enforcement community, they have to act on this type of stuff. I think anytime you discharge your taser or use a police weapon, you have to file some type of paperwork or report or something. So I'm glad that they picked up on this, and I'm glad that they're looking at criminal charges. I really am. I hate to say that. Right. I hate that for the police officer, but I mean, UFO. That's, I mean,
yeah, it's wild, man. I you know, and it's good that it happened, but you know, we'll see what the DA does. But yeah, a lot of people in Broken Arrow were just flipping out about it. Like, what the hell are you doing, man? And
I got a couple more things I want to talk about. We just found this out. I guess we didn't just find it out, but I was kind of pissed off about this. The open records thing.
The legislators, because I was doing an open records request for Kevin McDougal's conversations to Debra Wimpee, and I learned that legislators have exempted themselves from following that open records law.
That's the only reason the law should fucking exist.
Right. Yeah, and they're like, yeah, but they can't operate well enough if they're subject to all of this information. They have to be able to wheel and deal. And I'm like, what? We have states that legislators are, they have to release that information when asked, as they should. You can't have only local politicians. Right. Not the ones that are passing the laws themselves. Right. I mean, gosh. Those ordinances, by golly, we gotta make sure we know why. It's crazy.
And we found out that Representative McDougal's correspondence is exempt, but whoever sends something into him is not exempt.
Right. Well, I mean, I assume that's the case. So Debra Wimpee, I will be doing an open records request for her information that
do you have a crush on her or something?
No, I just I've got people that have been reaching out to me about things going on in Broken Arrow that don't add up, and I can't go really deep into that because it's a matter of where there's smoke, you got to figure out where the flames are at. Right?
Are you surprised at? And I'm kind of surprised. I'm kind of humbled, but our little show here, and we tell people this all the time that want to come on. We even tell Christy Gillespie this. We have a large demographic viewing population that lives in Tulsa, Wasso, Broken Arrow. And we get so much feedback behind stage of the little transgressions that go on that turn into huge transgressions. And we're not just out there poking around. People are, I guess we're the voice for people that can't or won't stand up for themselves, I guess.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind doing it, but, I try to be fair about everything, like reaching out to Vanessa before that show, which as an update, I'll say that I did get in contact with people in her orbit, and I'm working on trying to get some more information from her because there's always another side to everything. So it's fair to allow them to, say what they need to say. So when we bring people on here, we try not to pick sides or anything like that. It's like,
right. And we're not begging people to come on here, but we do want to offer that other side, because you can't do this and be biased and be like, we just want to hear from the Republicans or we just want to hear from the Democrats. And right. I wish more Democrats would come on here, but I guess they're afraid of me or they don't like me or whatever.
Well, we've had Andy Fugate on.
I love Andy. He's great.
We're about to have Melissa Provenzano on.
Right. Thank you, Melissa, for that.
Yeah, I want to reach out to David Crow. I'd like to have David Crow on the show.
David Crow's in it. Matt McCoy.
I don't know if he would come on or not, but I'd love to have him on. The guy's hilarious. but yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of this show, is to show everybody, look, that we have issues in this country that don't know any boundaries. If there's something that a Republican is doing wrong, you can bet your ass a Democrat's doing the same damn thing. So when they start slinging shit at each other, it's like, well, y'all are mad, but you're doing the same shit. So
I have to say this because wherever I go, I got to be the attention whore. But I live in Warner now, and a friend of mine texted me and said, "You're already starting shit down there in Warner." I was like, "What have you heard?" or whatever. And she's like, "Well, they're talking about you at the local barbershop or whatnot." And I'm like, "Is it good or bad?" I was like, "Oh." Anyway, yeah, I have started. I haven't started anything. I just, like you do, Tim, wherever you go in Clinton, Mississippi,
right,
you gotta right the wrongs, and you got to be loud, and you have to be. I mean, you don't go in there just screaming and hollering, but you do.
No.
You got to go in there and make some waves.
Yeah, there's usually no middle ground with us. People either love us or hate us, and it is what it is. But yeah, I think that's why you and I get along so well, because we both kind of are like that. And we're, it is.
We call balls and strikes. Yeah.
Yeah. And Lane, to answer your question, when is Melissa coming on?
We've asked her.
Provenzano.
Melissa, I thought you were talking about. Never mind. Okay.
Well, if he's talking about Melissa Provenzano, that's going to be September 26th at 11 a.m. I put out an infograph about it. So, yeah, y'all come check it out. September 26th at 11. Should be great. We had Stan Stevens on. And we'd like to get Melissa on as well to have her part of it.
Stan and Shelly, Jennifer, they were the great shows.
Yeah,
and I promise I'll get some more light too. Gosh,
right. And Timothy Brooks, we're going to be, we've offered, and he appears to want to come on the show, but we're still working out the details for that. So be looking out for Timothy Brooks.
He's running for the same seat that Shelly and Christy Gillespie. Senate District 33. Is that the?
Yes, 33. Yep.
Gosh,
yeah, because
do some of this life.
It's an open platform for everybody. I mean, if you're running for a seat and you want to, tell people what you're all about, by all means, come on. But don't be surprised when we reach out to your opponent and give them the same opportunity.
Do you think Christy Gillespie is going to come on?
I don't know. I mean, she has name recognition. I get that, and I think she feels like it won't help her. But I just want people to hear from her. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to and we're not trying to help or hurt somebody.
No, and I do love Shelly, but not on the show. I'm not going to use the show to promote Shelly. I will on my page, but not this show. But Christy, I know that I'm not supposed to say anything, but I'm just like, look at the campaign event she had last night, and all these people showed up. I mean, it was like a who's who of rock stars in Oklahoma that showed up that appeared to be endorsing her campaign again. And we're trying to be grassroots and keep shit on an evil playing field.
You said an evil playing field.
Did I? Oh my God.
Yeah, that's fine. No.
Even playing field.
Yeah.
But you have Nathan Dahm show up to say a prayer at Christy Gillespie's campaign kickoff, and she knew she was going to run for this seat.
Right.
It's just.
Yeah, I mean, the optics do suggest that they would, are endorsing her, but we'll see what happens when Shelly has those events, if Nathan Dahm comes out, because last I heard, they weren't supposed to be supporting anybody in the primary. And if they are supporting her, I mean, that's technically their right. It is what it is, but
even being the GOP chairman, I'm sorry, I can't stand Nathan Dahm. I can't stand that dude.
I don't personally think it's, ethically right to do that, to pick the nominee, let the people do that. But I don't think there's anything legally wrong with it. But as far as is she going to come on? I don't know. And, it looks like we may have,
Yeah.
Thursday at 6 for Timothy Brooks. We'll solidify that after the show, but it looks like Thursday at 6 p.m. Is that next Thursday? Yeah, next Thursday at 6 p.m. We'll try to work that in.
I just want to give a shout out to Rhonda Smith. Thank you for that. Appreciate that.
For who?
Rhonda Smith. I know that they're watching.
Oh, no. I'd like her to come on, but she knows it's an open-ended invitation, so I'm going to leave it at that. If she wants to come on, she can send a message and and do it that way. But
I promise, Christy, if you come on, I'm not going to sandbag you. I'm not going to point out bad shit. I just want you to come on, like Tim said, and talk about your platform, your goals, what you see in the BA future, your district, and just let the constituents know what you're about. And maybe this isn't your platform, but I'm not going to beg somebody to come on our show. I'm not.
And Lane wants to know, do you believe in aliens? That's the most important question.
Tim, should we
go ahead?
Should we give a shout out to Lane, because he put in some work?
Oh yeah. Let's see. Now you might not pull up my comments then. Wait, huh? Seemed like a bunch of old heads, no younger people.
Oh, that the Christy Gillespie thing? Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Lane.
Yeah, go ahead.
Lane, can you confirm the date? I think it was November 14th or November 14th, maybe. I can't remember. Governor Stitt's going to be on the Conservative Pulse with Lane Brown. Lane will put in the comment section what day it was. I don't remember, but
I'm very proud of Lane, because Rhonda Smith wouldn't listen to Lane in the beginning. And Lane reached out to me, and the Oklahoma Young Republicans reached out to me October 4th. He says, but if you don't follow Lane, I believe he's a senior. Is that right? He's a junior or senior at Oologah High School. And he reached out to us, and we kind of brought him in and gave him a lot of great wisdom and shit. That's what we do. And man, he just took off. He just ran with it. And now he's secured the governor for a little sit down. And I'm like, who the hell, man?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have to say, I think Lane would have made a name for himself regardless of us, because this boy is persistent, and he wants to be in the middle of it, and he wants to be involved, and persistence and willingness to do shit is really what gets shit done in this world.
He is very persistent, but he also needs a haircut.
Lane, your hair's fine. But good on the Broken Arrow Police Department for doing something about it. This could be a whole PR stunt, to smooth over all the crap that they're dealing with now. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out.
Can I say one more thing? I know that you're probably ready to get off, but this has been bothering me all day. And you can tell me if I'm wrong, because I've been wrong. Shut your mouth, Lane.
I had to put that up there.
See, this is the problem with young Americans today. They like to talk shit.
Go ahead, Ron.
This has been bothering me for a while now. We went and we hit the state GOP page hard for just constant, and they're still doing it. But they stopped for a little bit, but they're still doing it. They're just putting up scripture after scripture after scripture. And I've got a Bible. I can go read scripture if I want to read scripture. I want to learn about the GOP and what's going on with the GOP. And there's nothing about the GOP. It's just daily quotes of Jesus. And it's coming from Nathan Dahm.
Yeah.
But I didn't vote for Nathan Dahm to lead my GOP. I voted for Sean Roberts. And I also voted for Wayne Hill. Wayne Hill, I love the dude. He's sharp. He's trying to fix shit. But he won vice chairman of the state GOP. So, Wayne, if you're watching or you're hearing this, where are you at?
Yeah, I haven't seen or heard from him in a while.
What is going on? What are you doing to inform us about the GOP, Wayne?
Yeah, and I've reached out to Wayne, but we're not. I think we're friends on Facebook, but I don't think he checks his Facebook messages. He hasn't seen it, but if you see this, Wayne, check your messages. Sent an invite because I'd love to hear from him.
Yeah, we got to get him on the show for sure.
Yeah.
I want to know if Nathan Dom has cut him off, if he's just keeping him at arm's length, if he's not, if you're not going to be effective as a vice chairman. I'm not saying that you're not. I'm just saying if somebody's keeping you from being effective at the job I elected you to do, then we need to fix that. We need to bring that to light. We need to get some information and some communication going. Am I wrong, Tim?
No, I agree. And yeah, it's a sticky situation for somebody who's in it. For us, it's easy for us because we're outcasts already, But for Wayne, he's I think he's just trying to maneuver that situation. If that's the case, he very well could be okay with it. I don't know because I haven't heard from him. But what I do know of Wayne is that he is a decent dude. And
I love Wayne. I love him.
I feel like he would choose to do the right thing if, given the opportunity. So I can't
guess
speak for Wayne. So I'd like to have him on the show so he can speak for himself.
I guess I'm wondering, Wayne, do you need some support from the grassroots against this establishment machine that is Rhonda Smith?
Yeah. And what is the hold? We've been trying to figure that out. I don't understand. I don't understand it. It's crazy.
I don't know how many infants she consumes in a week, but this lady is just like, I don't understand. It's like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
She's got sitting senators doing her bidding, and she's just going down to BA and kicking off Christy Gillespie's campaign, and she's telling Nathan Dom how to wipe his ass. Bob Jack. Yeah. Oh my God.
She has sitting elected politicians that are going against people that they like, just because she said to.
Right.
And I can say that without worry. I have the proof of that. She is an unelected official. She's not elected to any office yet. She seems to have a lot of pull when it comes to who gets to run, who doesn't get to run, whether they like them or not. It
even on
the mind.
Even on the national spectrum, her and Kevin Hearn, they are really tight.
Yeah. I don't know about her and Kevin Hearn, but
Langford, her and Langford are tight. Yeah.
Was she ever a state elector? Do you know?
I don't know.
Yeah, I
Tim,
don't know who the electors were, but
Tim made a good post this afternoon about. Can you pull that post up of yours where you're going to do the video and stuff?
Oh, well, I can just say what it was.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
If you have any information about Rhonda Smith and those in her orbit, Ron and I won't burn a source, right? We won't burn our sources. So if you have information about that situation that could bring some light to it, please, by all means, send us a message.
And I will say this, Tim, because I did burn a source, and it was Dana Prieto, because I did share text messages from Dana Prieto, who is a sitting senator here in Oklahoma. But that dude burnt me first. I mean, he was making fun of me sitting in jail, and
right.
I got emotional, and I just like, fuck you. So, but anyway.
Well, but was he a source?
No, he wasn't a source. I was just like, you're lying. You're a liar. Here's what you actually said.
Right. There's a difference. If somebody's reaching out to us to give information about a story, that is a source. Somebody's having a conversation with us about just random shit, whatever. It's not necessarily a source. I do have a journalism background, and to me, attorney-client privilege is pretty much the same as a source and a journalist. So that's how I view that.
Oh, pull up Lane's last comment here.
Let's see. Nathan has ignored my texts multiple times, never responds to me, told me after the convention he was going to get me involved.
Good luck.
Didn't Rhonda reach out to you about like dinner or something? I think I remember something about her.
Did you go to dinner with Rhonda, Lane? Are you trying to?
I don't know.
What's up?
I don't know if he went to dinner or not, but I think there was an invite on the table. Let me see. I got to check this text real quick. Okay, she's on her way home. Okay. I don't know. Either way. Do you have anything else, Ron? Because
I don't.
This was a sporadic live, so forgive us for the disjointed conversation, but
I was really impressed with the way the BA and the Wagner County Sheriff's Office and all those people handled that situation down there. Absolutely, we have to hold everybody accountable.
for sure.
For
sure.
No,
And
Lane did not go to dinner with Rhonda. Apparently.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good.
That is good.
Good deal. If they buy you anything, they probably think they own you. So, like, remember that one time I bought you sausage breakfast? Like that
And
was.
I have actually given Lane money, so I kind of do.
This is something we'll take care of on the other side of this show.
Hey Tim, what's a good question Lane should ask Governor Stitt? Do you like Indian tacos?
Now see, I took that way wrong. That's funny. I can't think of a great question that Stitt would ever answer, but I'll think of one. We got till what, October 4th?
October 4th, yeah.
Yeah, I'll figure something out. We'll get something together. But maybe if he knows it came from me, he'll be like, plead the fifth.
Oh yeah, we shouldn't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's Lane's show. Lane can come up with a good question for him. That's Lane's job. Lane, sorry, I'm not going to do your job for you.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Get a haircut.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for today. We will see y'all next time. Don't forget, we've got some good stuff coming up. So if you haven't followed our pages, follow Loudmouth on Facebook or YouTube, and of course, always the Ron if you haven't followed him. And check that box to get notifications as well.
And we're also going to do some stuff from Warner. We're going to talk about Warner, the PD, the town council, all that kind of. That's coming as well. Tim, we got
We have to. Yeah. That the entire police department went poof in Warner. That's a big story that I had never heard of.
Yeah.
Until you moved there. That's crazy.
Yep.
Good shit.
All right,
everybody. We will catch you on the flip side.
See ya.
Peace.